love of my life. I just want you to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what's happening, no matter what people say, you're perfect. You understand me? You're perfect.
Good brother Reef is in visual zone now. But before we get to it, man, Feedy wanted to bring up, again, this is the brother's second time around. This is the freestyle from the first time around. Couple minutes, couple seconds in. From a couple years ago when Reef joined us for the first time.
Yes.
Once again, man, we was in a living room starting to show off, and the good brother.
Definitely hot shit right there.
Yeah, man. I mean, we had a pit in the cage, like barking. We had some activities going on that I'd rather not mention in the background.
I remember.
Yeah, you've been there too, man. But let me
the pit in the cage.
Let me formally, again, man, joining us today, man, is one of the hardest working guys, not only for Philly hip hop, but for hip hop in general. Been doing this for a long time, traveling the world, putting on for the culture, and here we are finding ourselves in 2015, and he's still here, still putting on and showing love to us, the Takeover at 10. So I want to bring up, who's already here, the good brother Reef The Lost Cauze, man.
What's up,
brother? Hey, man, it's a pleasure. Thank you for coming back, man.
Absolutely. Can y'all hear me out there?
I was hearing some of them cheesy hand claps and shit they be having on the other radio stations. Yeah, like we on fucking Wendy Williams.
No doubt. No doubt, man. So again, welcome back, Reef, man.
Thank you.
Throughout the years, man, your record's always been getting spun here. Feedy shows you mad love from week to week, man, and
I appreciate it.
So again, man, it's been about 2 years, man, since the last time we talked, man.
Yeah, time flies, man.
Right, man. You dropped some projects, or at least one project I know for sure. Was the Go Fast joint? Was it?
I had the
Fast Way joint.
Yeah, the Fast Way. Since we. When was the last interview?
The last joint you dropped was the joint, forget the name, but I remember every song. You dropped it on Christmas.
Okay, that was Reef The Lost Cauze. That was the last time I was there. Yeah,
right, and you brought us the joint. That was like fresh because it was right after Christmas. Right, and I still got my signed copy. Thank you.
Yeah, since then I did the Fast Way EP with my man Emil. I did the Sirens on Snyder EP with my man Hodge from Thumb High. And I just dropped the Year of the Hyenas EP with my man King Size. So yeah, since then, anybody that wants to grab those, you can check my Bandcamp, reefthelostcauze.bandcamp, or dumbhigh.com for the other joints. But yeah, man, I've been just trying to keep busy, bro.
Now, how's the reception been on those projects? Since the last time you've been here, you still getting getting that love, Reef, right?
I mean, there's people that are gonna ride no matter what, and it's just about me challenging myself, and something like the Fast Way was a departure from what I'm usually known for and what people are used to from me. So it was just like the Reef The Lost Cauze is Dead, where I was just trying to experiment. So if it went over a few people's heads. The Dumb High record I feel like could have been better, well received, but that was on me and Hodges in for not pushing it as well as we could.
Okay.
But other than that, man, I mean, it's a consistent flowing of support. My fans are the best in the world, and they always show love. You think that's funny?
No, I was belching. I was drinking beers. But let's go back a little bit. You mentioned the Reef The Lost Cauze is Dead album, right?
Right.
Damn,
what was the whole meaning behind just the title of that CD? Because a lot of people, especially even me, and I'm with you on a regular basis, you're like a brother to me. It spun me for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell is Reef talking about right now? Reef The Lost Cauze is Dead. Like, let's go back there. What was the whole meaning behind it?
I was tired, man. I was frustrated, and I was just like, I felt so caged in to this, not character, but this this idea of what I was supposed to be. You know what I mean? As far as an artist, I was only supposed to make a certain type of record. And that album was basically me defying everybody's expectations and actually just having fun and enjoying myself making music. That was the first record I'd made in a long time where me and Todd just were in the studio. Me and shout out Caliph now. I bought him the samples. He would chop them up, and we would sit and just have fun with it. And recording that album rejuvenated me. So that's where the Reef The Lost Cauze is Dead came from. It was like I kind of had to start over. I had to reboot. And for some people, that's taking time off. For some people, that's making a more aggressive version of what people are used to. But for me, it was like let's just go left. Let's just completely, you know, and that's where the rock samples came from. A lot of the beats are way different than what you're used to.
Definitely shout out to Caliph now.
Yeah, Caliph is a genius, man. He really laced it. And I've been wanting to do a record like that for a long time, but every producer I work with, they couldn't really gas, because as a producer, you know, you give them a sample, they're gonna want to make a real beat out of it. And I'm like, no, I want to rhyme on this. Don't do. And Todd like was able to just like find parts in the beat where he could loop it up, add a drum. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we were able to make it.
It's a timeless record too, man. That's something I could see myself listening to 20, 30 years from now, because it's great music.
Yeah, man. And it's my most adult record, I think, because of the subject matter. You know. My son was, you know, just turning 2. You know, we had just found out about him, you know, for those who know, found out about him being autistic. Right. Me and my girl were going through it.
Shout out to Isaiah.
Yeah, shout out to Zay, man.
Yeah, money was tight, so it was just like, you know, I'm sitting here looking at this rap shit like, man, what am I doing? I'm ruining my life with this shit. And that's where, you know, I was starting to find myself drowning in that depression. So I was, thank God, able to, you know, put it into the music, and I came out of it feeling like, you know, all right, let's get back to work. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Now, speaking about getting back to work, man, we spun a joint before you came up. Joint you have featuring Chris Rivers for
the
Chris, man. American and Hollywood soundtrack. How did that come about, man? And how was that experience to be on a soundtrack and all that?
Yeah, it's a film that my you know, childhood friend Cy and Vank, shout out to them. They're called V Twins Productions. Cy's the director, writer. And his brother Vank is the producer. You know what I'm saying? He's a pharmaceutical rep on Wall Street, so he got that long money. But he's invested in his brother's passion. And they shot a film called An American in Hollywood. It's actually about to be on demand, I believe in March or April. I'll make sure I keep everybody posted on that. Yeah, it's an independent film about Cy's experience. He moved from New York to LA, and you know, it was just all his experiences of being a young person of color trying to break into the Hollywood game. And it's, you know, it's a good flick, man. He's got, you know, J.D. Williams, who was Bodie on The Wire, Hassan Johnson, who was Weebay, is in it. Some great actors and actresses. So I even got a little like cameo joint in there. I basically play myself, you know, play a, you know, rapper. Which is I was a little tight about that. I was like, come on, man, like let me get you my Denzel. But you know, it is what it is. But they were like, yo, man, we want you to
I can't wait to see it.
We want you to do the lead single from the soundtrack, the theme song, as you would say.
I heard as you listen, you could tell that.
Yeah, it's all about. If you listen to the lyrics, it's basically you know the plot and all. I tried to keep it, but yeah, they were working with Chris. He did a joint for the record, and I was like, you know, why don't we see? Would you see if he would be down to hop on this joint too? Like, I don't mind sharing the spotlight, especially with someone as talented as him.
Yeah, he's mad dope.
And Mr. Green produced the beat. I sent it to him. You know, you're not gonna get too many rappers that are gonna hear Mr. Green beat and be like, you know,
shout out to Mr. Green.
Shout out to one of the most talented. And he laced it, and then we met up in the Bronx on his territory. Him and his crew, nothing but love.
Saw you up there.
One of the best days of my life, as far as like, you know, that was doing all that, you know, fuck this rap shit that I was going through. So that was another like boost that made me, you know,
lift you up.
And you know, man, me and Chris, you know, been cool since, and he's just a great kid. He's young, but he's only 21 now, maybe, and he carries himself like a grown man. But like, he just was like so humble and down to earth, and like, you know, you looking at this dude like, yo, this is Pun's kid, and you can see it all in his face, like this is fucking Big Pun's kid,
his soul,
and his voice and shit, and like, you know, a lot of people, you know, fuck with him because of that, but he's so against any favors or any love being shown just because he really wants to earn it on his own.
That's why he changed his name, or he made his name Chris Rivers. If no one knew the story behind it, you wouldn't even know. So I respect that too.
Yeah. So shout out to that kid. So that's how it came about, man. And you know, the movie, you know, as far as independent film goes, you know, they're hustling it in all the festivals. They had a few screenings in New York. They had a screening, it ran for like a week at the AMC Cherry Hill out in Jersey. So, you know, they're trying to do their thing, man. I have nothing but love and respect for them. I hope it, you know, I think it getting on demand will do some good things too. So I hope it works out.
As soon as it get on demand, I definitely will have it on VHS.
Yeah, no doubt.
VHS bootleg.
I was gonna say, gonna be out here burning them, selling them.
VCR. If you don't have a VCR, I got an uncle, he on crack, he got something with the low.
Absolutely.
No doubt. Now I'm gonna take you back real quick to 2008, man.
Yeah.
Back in 2008, you had a line that said, "I spaz out like I smoke dust. Get your soul crushed. AOT ALTP, greatest crew since Soul Crush.
Yeah.
In 2015, man, do you still feel the same way about ALTP, man?
I mean,
still one of the greatest.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as far as everybody's solo output, everybody's consistent, and the fact that everybody's still around doing their thing.
Word.
We as a crew may have, you know, not as been as sharp as we were back then because we were all younger and hungrier. You know, people get older. But I still feel that as collective individuals, definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely love and respect, you know, all my brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's a few people that have come and gone.
Right.
And, you know, those people, you know, I wish them nothing but the best. But as far as the core members and the core people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they my heart, man. So yeah, we definitely rap. We definitely rap. We just did
so respected, man.
We just dropped 2 records last year. The In Death Reborn and Heavy Lies the Crown both did really good on the charts and both sold really well. Played a couple sold out shows in Philly, New York, Boston, 2 out in LA. And I mean, you know, honestly, you know, from what everyone was talking, man, it kind of felt like that was the, you know, the grand finale. I don't want to say that because, you know, I don't want people to, like, you know, be upset. But you know, I don't know if we're all going to be able to get back together again and do that again. So this might have been the last hurrah. So if we went out, we went out with a bang. You know.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's definitely hard as you get older and shit to keep everything going collectively together, man. So I feel you on that, man. Also, man, because I was listening to a lot of older stuff today, and then I was listening to the Fastway Project as well.
Word.
And you had a comment, it wasn't even a whole line, but it was like an ad-lib where you said, "I'm still the champ." Yeah. And I'm still around here in so many words. What's your thought?
See, I love that about you, Kane.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Kane be knowing the lines, like,
right,
you know what I mean? He does his homework, dog. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the younger cats? Because it almost when I heard it was like you was kind of talking to these young MCs. Like, what's your thought on these younger cats? Not even just Philly, but in general.
Right.
As far as, do you think they respect the OGs? And if not, how would you handle such disrespect?
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's the respect there, but you know, nature is nature. So the young lion is always going to want to take out the older lion. So there's that love and respect. I have love and respect for all, you know, younger and older. You know, for the young boys, I try to give them advice, but at the same time, there's always that as an MC. It's like, yo, like, you know, I respect you. You know, keep doing your thing, but if push come to shove, you know, I chop your fucking head off. You know what I mean? So those lines saying things like "I'm still the champ around here," like, you know, that's directed towards anybody that would feel like, you know, I fell off or my spot could be taken. That's a spot that's etched permanently in my mind, and I'll defend that title, whatever you want to call it, until the death. Like, you know, I had a dickhead young kid try me. What was that, about a year ago? And like, you know what I'm saying? And like he had to learn the hard way. I'll do that every night to any of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. So those type of things are warning shots to remind people, like, look, I might be a little bit older. You know, I might have been around for a while, but that never leaves you. That never leaves you. It'll never leave you.
Jungle, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, when you say, you know, biting, you know, going in there, you know, biting one of your heads off, whatever, killing whatever on track, or, you know, on a mic or what have you. A lot of people don't know that Reef The Lost Cauze was also in the era of when battle rap was battle rap.
Yeah,
you got up there, you did not know who you were about to jump in front of. You did not know, you know,
just had
this shit is phony.
You just had to, you know, jump off the top.
There was beats being played.
Beats being played.
You had to stay on a beat.
What do you think about? Because I know that, you know, you've watched a few battles lately. What do you think about the state of battle rap now? Because like I said, when you were in that era, myself and Kane was in that era. You know what I mean? A lot of people didn't know I used to rap back then, but I was hot, wasn't Kane? But anyway, you know what I mean? But what do you think about the state of battle rap from then to now?
I mean, it's big business now, and with anything that changes into big business, you have things that, like, you know, it becomes kind of a mockery of what it used to be, you know. And I don't want to sound like the old man, you know, back in my day, but it was a lot different. It was a lot more passionate. But now it's a big business now. You know what I'm saying? These battles are sponsored. These kids are getting, you know, racks to do these battles. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like it's become more of a stand-up comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's become a
whoever makes them laugh the most.
Laugh the most against the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I respect the fact that, you know, these dudes literally like spit like albums worth of material at their opponents. Like that's something that I could never do. So I respect that part of it. So, but I do miss the spontaneity of it. I miss the, like you said, you just showing up, you versus this guy in the next round. You like, I remember like, you know, having to be like, oh, I gotta go up against him next, and taking that 5 minutes I had to try to think of stuff. And now these dudes got 5 weeks. So that's a little bit like, sometimes longer. So that's a little bit unauthentic to me when you have that much time. Is it really a battle? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if it went back to that, you know what I mean, to that format.
I don't think it can though. It's these kids. It's a young man's game. It's always going to change. And the way we like things, they ain't how these young kids like. They like the acapella insult and bullshit. And
but if it did go back to that type of thing, you know what I mean? Because we got things like the South by Southwest, you know, and other little events. Shout out to Miss Martin also, because you know she's on Facebook right now, actually, you know, promoting this whole thing. Didn't know anything about TakeOverAt10 or anything like that, but I just, you know, saw again as she promoted.
Thank you.
I want to remember that before I, you know, get into other stuff. But if it did get into that type of thing, like, would you jump back in the ring just for one last hurrah?
Nah, man. It's over for me in that arena, man. Like these young boys is like, you know, like I said, if somebody stepped to me, if somebody said some stupid shit or called me out, I would have to do it. But as far as signing my name up and just hopping there, these niggas, it's way too much information about me out there. I don't be knowing half of these dudes, but you could go on Wikipedia right now. You could go on YouTube and read other interviews. You can go on to TakeOverAt10 and see the stuff we talked about before and use that against me. It's too much stuff out there now.
No, I'm saying,
and also, I'm way too sensitive. I saw something like a couple months ago. I think the boy name was Pat Stay. And he said something about somebody's kid that was autistic.
They disrespect.
My nigga, like I'll be in jail, dog. Like I'm not, and that's the thing. Like knowing that there are certain things that are off limits for me. Knowing that there are certain things that I would literally lose, I would lose my freedom over. I would stay clear of that. You gotta have way thicker skin. Cause you watch this shit, dog. They find out stuff about people.
Listen,
fathers and stuff.
Dude, I've hosted, I've put on battle rap events. Like I know, like it's
too much now.
The reason I shouted out Miss Martin is because her brother is a friend of mine who he gets nasty when it like he will talk about your grandmom's mom. You know what I mean? But you know, like I said, and I understand
that's for those who sign up and they know that. But everyone ain't.
But I'm saying, if you just showed up at an event and it, you know, it got to the point where somebody said, "Look, I want to battle Reef The Lost Cauze right now." You know what I mean?
On the spot, on the top. I mean, if I get caught out, I have to. I could never.
I mean, he already kind of did it, like he just said about a year ago. Young boy stepped up.
Young boy tried to set me. He tried to set me up.
I heard about
that. The funny thing is, he probably knew he was going to do this all week. You walked into this shit and still laid him the fuck down.
He thought it was.
I got a text like 2:30 in the morning, like, "Yo, why your boy do that to the boy?" So you know,
boy, man.
But anyway,
on this note, man. So earlier I put a post up, and shout out to Amy, man. She's a big fan of yours. And she was mentioning to me how every time she goes to your shows that you always find the moment to take the time to come out or come to her and thank her for coming and to say hi to her and ask how she's doing, which I notice you do that to a lot of people. How important is it to you to stay connected to your fans, Reef?
I mean, I think it's like it's not even so much connected to fans. It's just being like a good fucking person, man. Like just being like nice to people, like especially people that would come out, pay money to see, you know, they're there to watch you rock and they show love, they tell their friends about you, you know, that I've never understood anybody that would not be so grateful and happy and respectful to people that would do that for them. You know, I've never understood that. That always bothers me. Like I hardly ever, I might go backstage to puff something, have a drink, but for the most part, when I'm at a show, I'm in the crowd, man. I'm talking to the people.
I can vouch for that.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, my legacy isn't just going to be about music. I want you to remember my music, but I want you to remember how I treated you. I want you to remember, like, yo, this boy was thorough, man. He was nice to me. He treated me with so. You know how many messages I get from people like, yo, man, I love the show, but what I love more about is how you were with me as a person. That's going to stick with me forever. And that's the shit that you can't buy. Like, you know, I could stop rapping tomorrow and it's going to be people that are always going to fuck with me because of how I treated them. And that's genuine shit, dog. Like, I ain't no asshole. I ain't on no diva shit. Like, that shit's corny, especially people that are on our level where it's like, yo, we all hustling. We all trying to just, you know what I'm saying, keep our lights on, keep our heads. So for you to act like you the shit, that's where I get upset about a lot of younger guys, man. It's like they don't have...
Babyface. I'm just saying that right now. Fuck Babyface. No, because, you know, listen, go ahead. I'm going to let you finish that, but...
He had to get that out the way.
Yeah, all right. I actually like Babyface, but I'll let you tell your part. But I just wanted to say, like, that's the thing that I don't like about a lot of younger guys, or a lot of guys that haven't really done anything to have that arrogance and that attitude. It's like, that's the shit that'll make you drop quick. People are not going to tolerate somebody that's not, you know, genuine and you know, showing love. So that's why I always try to act like that for Amy. To anybody that will fuck with me, I try to show that love right back, because you never know when that shit could be over with, you know? Yeah, so
no doubt, man.
Appreciate it.
But back to Babyface real quick.
Why do you hate Babyface?
Because listen, the other day I was at work,
Babyface
and I was
awesome.
no, listen, I'm gonna tell you why I fuck Babyface, okay? I love his music, you know what I mean? He probably is the reason I got his son right now. But other day I was at work, got pulled over by my supervisor. She said, look, I want to give you a special assignment today. Jump on the cart, you know what I mean? Work at the airport. I get on the cart. She said, you got a high-profile celebrity coming here. You got to meet his flight, put him on the cart, make sure he gets to where he needs to get to. I didn't know who it was. He comes off the plane. It's Babyface. I'm like, oh, shit, they go Babyface. He was old as shit looking, skinny as a mosquito's dick. But at any rate, got him on the cart. He gets on the cart. I say, how you doing, sir? He looks at me with this dumbass look, like, you know what I mean, didn't even say nothing, just put his head down. So I'm like, damn, that was kind of rude. You know what I mean? I said, well, maybe he ain't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he didn't. So I get him to where he had to go. I get off the cart. I'm like, you know, have a good day. You know what I mean? You need help with the bags. He gonna say, no, I got this. And just turn his head like I wasn't even fucked there,
Not knowing
man.
You could have been his biggest fan.
You know
and it's kind of like what Reef was just saying.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. That's what made me say that, because of the fact,
I see where you're going with it now.
Now I'm on some Babyface shit now, and all the times I listen to Power 99,
every time you hear his music now, you ain't gonna be able to.
When I used to push record on my tape player. I was on them tapes away.
You let Babyface trump you, dog.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, but fuck Babyface.
You let Babyface trump.
So look, man,
he sung that shit. He was like, "Fuck you."
One more question before we get to a mini break. We're gonna spin a few more joints. Once again, if you just tuned in, man, shout out to Reef The Lost Cauze in here with us, man.
Yes, sir.
Another question, then we're gonna have Feedy spin a few more joints, and then we'll get back to the second part of the interview.
Yes, sir.
But speaking of shows we were just talking about, right? So, picture this, right? So, you're on stage, man. Shout out to everyone that's Reef's friend on Facebook. You might know where I'm going with this. So you on stage, right? And you might be spitting something that, say, a police officer doesn't like, right? And he comes up there and he takes your microphone, right? Now, in your post, you said, y'all know what I want to do. I want to know what exactly would you do, man? Like,
I mean, I feel like at that point, especially if you didn't break any laws, for someone to come on stage and violate you, at that point, they're a civilian. I know that's stupid thinking, but I get so hype and so emotional in my performances that it probably wouldn't register to me like, yo, this is a cop, you should chill out. Any type of security guard, like one of my off-duty,
because they're not there on duty, they're
there earning money, so they're basically they're rent-a-cop at that time, security guard. And I've had plenty of like arguments, telling the crowd, yo, fuck security, they being assholes, let's rock this shit, because at the end of the day, man, 99.9% of them kids are there just to have a good time and not fuck shit up. What they do when they act like that, they put more people in jeopardy than anything you would say.
True.
You coming on stage and interrupting a show, now some kid that might want to have heart and be known, now he's going to throw a bottle. Now all hell's going to break loose.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, there was a post on internet that I don't know the guy's name. A couple guys was on stage rapping. Might have said a few things about, you know.
They had a song called like "Fuck," like "Don't Call the Cops," which was basically like, you know, "Fuck you." Like basically they were saying "Fuck the police." Right,
in so many words.
And the off-duty security guard, who was also a cop, he came up on the stage and snatched one of their mics and like walked off. And like I'm looking at this video like, yo, is this where we're at with it now? Like they just on stage. There's no respect, dog, at all. Like I don't want to go into the cop shit. That's a whole another segment. We could talk about that for hours, but just no respect. Like the audacity of you to do that to somebody because you don't like what they talking about. But I bet you they talking about selling crack and killing niggas, you wouldn't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? You hear fuck the cops, now you want to go up there and fucking be Johnny Rambo. Whatever.
Afro man the shit out that cop.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So again, man, Reef The Lost Cauze is in the building. The Takeover at 10, episode 94. Live on YadiBox.com. My brother Big O is co-hosting. Shout out my brother ChefMike over here. Feedy Sports gonna get to a few more joints, and don't go nowhere. We got some more questions for Reef, and we actually got a segment coming up called Facebook Wants to Know, and this is gonna be fun. So don't go nowhere, y'all. Let's go. my joint right there.
And we're back.
That's one of Feedy's favorite joints ever too, man.
Thanks for playing that one, man. That joint always puts things in perspective for me, you know?
Yeah, tell him real quick what you was just telling me, bro. Real quick. Come grab the mic real quick. Tell him what you was telling me, what that record means to you. Here, I'll give you this.
That's my microphone.
Yeah, actually, over the summer I went through some little trials and tribulations. I was telling them I would get up in the morning and just blast that song.
It means a lot, bro.
Gets you through your day, man. It really does. There's a message in there.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through it, and that's definitely the track.
Yeah, man. It's real out here, man. Like, you know, real life, you know? Real life.
That's definitely what's up, man.
Straight up.
The first song was a song I haven't heard in a little bit off the Raiders of the Lost Ark CD.
Yeah, that's funny. I was actually gonna post that. I probably was gonna post that tomorrow for Throwback Thursday, just because I feel like that project's highly slept on. Shout out to Frills and Benja. You know what I mean? The artwork is suspect on that joint, but I like they got me look in a Indiana Jones hat. I don't know who did the graphic design for it, but other than that, man, that's a good CD.
No doubt, man.
No doubt.
So, all right, part 2 of the interview, we touched at the end of the first part, man, we was talking about police. And I just want to talk a little bit more on a serious note real quick now. With all going on in the world right now, where police are obviously doing some things to people, like just flat out saying that a lot of unarmed people are getting killed these days.
Yeah.
Mostly black men, young black men as well. Me being a father of 2 mixed kids who are being perceived in this world as black men, which I'm totally fine with. I've had to have talks with my kids about how to handle themselves if they ever encounter a police or if police come to them.
Which is a terrible thing that you have to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's real.
Right. So what I want to know is when your kids get older, when your 2 sons get older, and more than likely you'll have to have a similar talk to them. What's something you would tell not only your kids but any other kids that might hear this if they encounter some police? How to handle themselves, man, so they don't become.
Well, that's one of the things that scares me to death, you know, because my son is, you know, not really nonverbal. You know, who knows what the future may hold. Maybe by the time he's in his teenage years, he'll understand the world a little bit more. But you know, that's something that terrifies me, man, and it scares. You know what I mean? But I would tell him, you know, my youngest son, I would tell any kid listening, and I hate to even make it seem so. You know, like not all cops are bad. I understand that people that, but I would just tell them, like, suspend your ego, you know, because the thing with cops is you don't even got to break a crime. If you hurt their feelings, or you make them feel small, or you know what I'm saying, like, kill them with kindness is what I would tell them. I mean, you answer every question, yes sir, no sir. You don't do no movements. The last time I had an encounter with a police officer, I had my hands up the whole time. He said, "You can put your hands." I said, "No, that's okay, sir. I want you to see." I was with Jay Griff and Chelly. Happy birthday to my man Chelly. We got pulled over out in Quakertown. Jay Griff, they gave him like 5 breathalyzers. He passed all them Jones. Then they came back and said his insurance wasn't right. Wow. Ended up taking the will. Thank God we knew people around. Otherwise, we'd have just been stuck on the side of the road. Yeah, dog. Like, but that whole time I kept my hand, because I'm like, look, there's nothing that's going to make this situation better than me getting home to my family. So I don't fuck with them, but I'm not gonna, like, the idea that you can out tough them or out, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it. It's not gonna go your way. It's not gonna go your way. You fight the battle afterwards. But at that time, when it's going down at the moment, kill them with kindness. Yes sir, no sir. You are upstanding young gentleman. You show nothing but respect, and that still might not work. But at least you know that you didn't do anything to provoke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and they still might fuck with you. But if you get pulled over, you dealing with them, you don't do nothing that will make it worse on you because they're looking for a reason. Don't give them no reason. Don't give them no reason.
And the thing that gets me is, I mean, it's fucked up nowadays that you got to give your kids a discussion on how to handle police officers as opposed to back in the day when I was younger. My dad was telling me how to handle just a regular nigga around the corner. You know what I mean? Little boo-boo in them, when you get around the corner, they might try to grip up on you. You know what I mean? Nowadays it's to the point where you got to give them that same speech about the police, and they're supposed to be the ones that you can go to for help. You know what I mean? It's fucking sad, dude.
I don't know where I heard it. It's something new. It might even been a Kendrick John or something. Oh no, it was the video of this guy on YouTube who was, I don't even know his guy's name, but he was spitting some real shit, and he was saying, where I'm from, the police are the real criminals. You know what I mean? Like, he's from the hood, but the police are more into criminal activities. But yeah, I just want to touch base.
I mean, we all grew up in the area. We all know. We all got stories. We all got friends that, you know, they money ended up, you know, gone. You know what I'm saying? They ended up with a pistol that they never owned. You know what I'm saying? They ended up beat the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? For something as simple as smoking an L. You know what I mean? Like, it's, we all know people that we've all been through it ourselves. Where
seen
it's
the
just
video
like,
of the cops that just got indicted up in North, right around my way.
Knocking them off the scooter.
Yeah, knocking them off the scooter, beat the shit out of them, lied through the whole shit, not knowing there was a video camera.
And that's the whole thing now, is that, like, even with the cameras now, they can still get off, but at least now we have that. That's why, like, a lot of people, like, this isn't something that's new. It's just that people are filming it now. We all grew up where they would stay fucking with niggas, man. They would stay fucking with people for no reason. And it's like now, at least now, people are starting to see a little bit more like, we not making this shit up.
Thank God for cameras.
So anybody out there, man, just like I said, don't give them no reason. You know, you fight that fight. You fight that fight in another way.
No doubt. Now let's keep it moving. Let's get back to the music a little bit and actually talk about some shows. I've been hearing something about the King and the Cauze tour.
Yeah. Me and my man Magnetic, shout out King Magnetic. We supposed to be hitting a couple cities in March. Everything's still being worked out, so you know, that's on the horizon. And then this April and May, I'll be heading back over to Europe with the Snow Goons. So you know what I mean. I'm just trying to stay busy. It's been hectic because, you know, I have, you know, a newborn son, and my girl has the day job. You know, she works, comes home, and then I go out at night and do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of, like, you know, dealing with finding the right care for my kids, because I'm not going to leave them if it's not right. But we're working it all out right now, man.
No doubt.
Yeah,
so far I think I saw New Hampshire's on.
Yeah, we got New Hampshire.
I think I even saw New Mexico.
Yeah, we got like right now the way it's set up is we got a couple East Coast dates. Then it might be some like where we'll come back home for a minute and then go out to the West Coast and rock out.
So it's still in the y'all still building and stuff.
Yeah. Cool, I actually need to call that nigga tonight. If you listening, nigga, call me, yo. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. That's gonna be a crazy tour though.
Not right now.
Not right now. Not at this moment. No.
That's gonna be a crazy tour though, man.
Yeah.
So say you booking your own joint to go worldwide, man, and you need a few people to run up under you, man. Who would be, just say a couple opening acts you would feel comfortable enough to say, you know what, these guys deserve to run on tour with me? Let me get like 1 or 2 acts that you would be down with. Like, again, Reef's traveling the worldwide tour, and you need a few people to open up for you, man.
I mean, I would love, like, you know, my Beer Gang brothers to roll with me. You know, Frost and all them. They don't necessarily be opening up, but you know what I'm saying? But like, I think somebody like Screw Tape definitely deserves that shot.
He's actually about to roll out with Ad-Lib. That's what kind of made me think of it. It's like, shout out to Ad-Lib, man. Whenever he goes out of town, he's always bringing a couple of people with him, and that's exactly where I got this question from.
Thorough. It doesn't even begin to describe that boy.
Thorough boy, indeed.
Yeah, my young boy, the boy Bay. I fuck with him heavy. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of dope young artists coming up right now that, you know what I'm saying, would deserve that shot for sure.
So talking about that, 2 years ago when you were on the show, I asked you the current state of Philly hip hop. I don't remember what you said at that time. But what's the current state of Philly hip hop in your opinion in 2015?
The current state is that there's more opportunity than there's ever been. There is, as far as like, you know, people being able to really get out there. But what I'm seeing that I wish wouldn't happen so much is I feel like there's a lot of complacency. And what I mean by that is people are comfortable with their homies and other people giving them props and stuff. And it's like, it becomes a circle jerk, man. It becomes like the same thing over and over. And that needs to stop, because otherwise you're going to have a lot of people that they're going to look up in a couple years and be like, damn, nothing materialized. Like, you gotta get the hell away from that the same set, like I feel like that segregation, man, is so whack that it's still going on like that, where you have different scenes
within the one
big city, where it should be, you know, I should be doing shows, you you know, with PD, and PD should be doing shows with the 30 and over. You know what I'm saying? Like that world. That's why I try to do stuff with the beer gangs, with the 8 gang, Ready Rock.
I was gonna say, I saw that. You saw how hype I was when I saw a picture of you, Slaughter, and Ready, and I was like,
that's the shit that should have been always.
Say that's happening.
That's the shit that should always be happening.
Did y'all actually record a song? Anything you could tell us about that, man?
Yeah, I have.
I'm a big Ready fan, and Slaughter's my man since high school.
Yeah,
I would love
it. I have an EP coming out with my man Bear One, who is an incredible producer from Virginia.
Shout out to Bear One.
Yeah, and we got Ready on a joint, and we got Slaughter on a joint. So it's just an EP. It's just it's the most street record I've ever done. But again, like we talked about expanding and trying different things. Like I want to make a record that's gutter as fuck. You know, I made a record that was, you know, with the Fast Way, that was more of a club, had that type of feel. Then you got the Year of the Hyenas, that's more of the AOTP boom bap shit. Now this record, it's gonna be on some straight street shit, and it's dope. It's almost done. So
it's
yeah, Ready killed his verse, Slaughter killed his verse. Like I appreciate them being a part of the project.
What gets me with the state of Philly, you know, hip hop is you got people like Reef The Lost Cauze. You got people like he mentioned, you know, like Jack Frost, the 10 of the Beasts. You know, cats like that who have been in the game and around this city for a long time. Not just the city, but touring the world. And when they go out of this city, you know, and you know, they get the most love ever. You know what I mean? Like, there's one guy, I don't remember where it was, what country it was, but I looked online and dude had one of your verses tattooed on his arm.
Right.
But in in South Philadelphia or West Philly where you live, you know what I mean? This motherfucker will walk past you and not even know Reef The Lost Cauze is.
It's a weird,
but he will know Joe Blow from down the block because 9 people told Joe Blow he was hot, even though he's not, because they didn't want to hurt his feelings. Right. You know what I mean? And that's fucked up. That is that way.
I mean, but like I've always said, man, you know, that whole, like, you know, I run Philly, I'm the king of, you know, that at $5 will get you a sandwich. That's how I've always taken that, because at the end of the day, man.
Shit right now.
Look, man, I fuck with Meek heavy, but the moment Meek ain't popping no more, these niggas ain't gonna be riding for him like that anymore. Like Philly drop goes along with coattails, and that's always been that way. I don't know if it'll ever change, but I tell people this all the time. Don't worry about your city. Don't worry about Philly. Of course, it would be nice to get love at home, but if you're able to go out other places, go where they want you.
But my question is, why is it that Philly only shows love to one person at a time? When Beans was on his wave, Beans was the dude. When, you know,
because to them it's perception of this guy's on. So now we're not going to now the radio will play you. Now the TLA will let you rock. You know what I'm saying? So it's all politics. It's always been. But like I said before, man, I love my city, but I'd be damned if I let what my status is to people here. There's people that never heard of me. There's people that never. I had a dude the other day. He was like, "Who's Last Emperor?" And that blows my mind, but that's the reality of it. You got one of the greatest MCs to ever, period. Not just had a feeling you never heard of him, but that's how it is out here, man.
Shout out to Last.
Yeah, but we gotta know that it's all about representing. Wouldn't you rather represent elsewhere than just in your city? Like, yo, I'm the hottest in North, I'm the hottest in West, I'm the hottest in South, nigga. I'm the hottest in Europe, I'm the hottest in Africa, brother. Australia. Let's do that. Let's get our shit worldwide and then worry about what the city thinks. That's just been my opinion. I had to be that way because there was a point where I was so bitter about that shit. Like, man, why these niggas, I don't get asked to do Power 99, never had me on a come up show. Niggas don't have me come and do, what's this, Powerhouse. Man, niggas don't show me no love. And it was like, after a while, it's like, but you able to go and do shit other places.
You ain't never had your sneakers stolen in another country while you on stage.
Man, why you gotta bring that up, man? That shit still hurts, dog.
It does hurt, but I ain't gonna lie to you. When I found that shit out, if anybody wants to know the story, Reef was on stage in another country, I can't remember where it was. Switzerland, he's performing, and part of his show, he kicks off his sneaks. Dude jumped.
Not no more.
But not no more. But dude reached up one stage and grabbed his sneakers. You know what I mean? And he ran out the venue, right?
Yeah. I never found him joints.
Ran out the venue, he never found him joints. But to me,
nigga, I'm walking around the crowd barefoot. These motherfuckers don't speak a lick of English. I'm like, who got my sneakers?
I'd have been mad, but the thing is, dude, like, they love this dude that much out there.
They're probably somewhere right now on a mantle somewhere. Right. Like these are
Reefs. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, ain't nobody ever steal your sneaks from the fire.
He's probably going to find next time you go there, he's probably going to bring them to you and be like, yo, it's been a while. Hope you're not mad, but can you sign these Johns
so bad.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, that's the love I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, you know.
No doubt.
So back to family life, man, because I know how important that is to you, man. Since our last interview, you had a new addition to the family. Do you find it harder now that you have 2 young boys, or the fact that you already had Isaiah, now you know what to do all over?
It's way harder, man. Like, I know you had 2 boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, everyone was like, having one's just like, having 2's just like having 1. No, the fuck it's not. Because, you know, my son is 4, he requires a certain amount of attention, and then my other son is a newborn, and he requires a certain amount of attention. So by the end of the day, like, I was joking with like, man, they need to change this shit to the takeover at 8, because niggas is like on their way up here, like, by the end of the day, like I said, I'm home with them during the day. When I'm not on the road, I'm with my boys during the day, and like, by the end of the day, dog, I feel like I've been in a heavyweight fight. Like, them niggas kick my ass, dog. They got all the energy. I mean, the newborn, he's a little chill, but like, he's starting to teeth. So now he's crying all, you know, he's upset. My son, he's just pew, 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 in and out all day, knocking shit over. So it's just like, it's non-stop. But I mean, you know, hey, look, it's they didn't ask to be here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I know how my pop did me. I'll never do that to them. So it's like, what do you take a moment. I'll be in the kitchen sometimes, like, just breathing heavy, like, all right, get your shit together, let's go out here and get these, you know what I'm saying?
Go to work.
The one thing I've learned,
don't come in the instruction book.
the one thing I've learned more so than anything over the last couple months is patience, man, because, like, you know, that's not something that I've always been blessed with. You know, as a dad, man, it's different, like moms and you know, his aunts and my mom and her mom, they just baby and coddle, and I do that too, but I also discipline. I also try to make sure that they, you know what I'm saying? I'm pop, but what I've learned is everything ain't gotta happen at the same time. So this little nigga gotta cry while I'm taking care of him, and when he's done and I gotta take care of him and he's crying and upset, he gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. What can you do? You gotta give. Look, you gonna have to wait for me. I gotta feed your brother, then I'll feed you. That's how it goes. And before I was trying to, like, all right, well, I'm gonna feed him. I got nah. Like, you just, and they'll be fine. They'll be fine. You know,
no doubt.
Patience.
So we're gonna get to the OT part of it, man. I'm just ask you a few random questions and in a word or two. You know what I mean, with the least amount of words possible. So, of all your albums, man, which one's your favorite?
Reef The Lost Cauze is dead.
Word.
By far, like I said,
because of what you said earlier,
because of where it was, and like, you know, that was, I feel like it's my most honest and adult record. Like, you know, if you notice, there's not a lot of braggadocious battle rap. It's mostly real life situations, talking about love and relationships and, you know, the struggle as an artist. And like I said, it brought me out of a really heavy depression. So yeah,
no doubt.
Definitely.
No doubt.
So I mean, if right now you had the chance to do a track with somebody who's here or somebody who may be gone, you know what I mean? Like, who would be your dream track to, you know, to do? Like, who would be the artist that you would love to get on track with?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
I mean, Nas, man. You know, like, I think that, I feel like if that ever were to happen, like, I could die happy, man. That's, you know, he's the you know, Kane and Nas are the two. Kane, Nas,
not this Kane, by the way.
No, I know, but I know
where you're going. Yeah, no doubt. I know where you're going.
Kane,
shout out to the OG, man.
Kane, Nas, and Thought, I would say, are the 3 most influential MCs in my life. So if I could get, if I could do a track with those, like a posse cut with them, that I would never record another track. So
if you did a posse cut with that, I would never listen to rap again.
Yeah, like that would be
the only song.
Yeah. But Nas first, and if I could get Thought or Kane on there too, that would be dope. But Nas is like, you know, I get emotional when niggas try to do the Jay-Z, like, the argument. I have to, like, step out of it because I get, like, heated, because it's like, yo, like, that's Nas, dog. Like, Nas, man. Like, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, Jay is Jay. Yo, Jay is the illest. But Nas, dog, he's just, yo.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So when you're not rocking mics and you have a little free time from the children, what is Reef doing, man? What's your hobby, man? Or what are you doing in your free time? Probably sleeping or something.
I know it sounds so fucking, like, you know, if you would have asked me this 3 years ago, I'd be like, man, I'm out in these streets doing. Now, dog, on demand. You know what I'm saying? Some ice cream, a little J, and I'm happy, man. Like, there's no better place for me to be in when the kids are asleep, and I'm on my motherfucking couch with some pajamas on and some ice cream or some, you know what I mean, some cake or some shit, and watching the ill show on demand.
I think everyone in here can relate to that, us being artists.
And it's so crazy because you always be like, you know, back in the day, man, that's that wash life.
Yeah, like
now, man, if I'm not getting paid to be there, or if it's not something that I'm looking forward to, or a friend asked me to do, or it's an event that I want to support, I'm at the crib, man. You know what I mean?
One more quick question on the OT, then we're going to quickly get into the Facebook wants to know. We have a few of those. I'm going to throw it out there. 36 chambers or forever?
Forever.
Which one? Forever?
Forever. But I say that only because I feel like 36 chambers is, you know.
Forever.
Yeah.
Where's it at? There you go.
I feel like 36 chambers is like, you know, that was like the not the warm up, but that was like like this is what things to come.
Okay.
But then they came back with a most double albums in hip hop are trash. But
Not
that right
one.
there,
Yeah,
dog, like you
this
put it on, disc 1 ride all the way through, disc 2 all the way through. So I think it's more just the fact that there's more tracks on it. But you know, Chambers is incredible, but forever for me. And also where I was at in my life, that was what, 97? Oh man, come on.
Yeah,
you know, 36 Chambers, I 93, 94, I was still a young boy.
Same,
97 was like 10th grade, niggas was
show. And I still ask this question when I come on this show. Right now, if you had to pick, if you had a business, you were given a business, a big building, big old building, you had to open a business in this building, but you could never step foot in this building.
Why? Well,
no, listen, you could never step foot in the building, but you had to have 3 cartoon characters run your whole business.
Oh, that's...
Now listen, what 3 cartoon characters would you have run this business and why?
Do I have to tell you what the business is too?
No.
No?
Just tell me what you have running. Why?
Number 3 on deck would be... Oh, this is a fucking...
You could have given him a heads up in the car on the way over here.
Number 3...
I want the authentic answer.
Number 3 would probably be my man Lionel. He could hold down the security. Number 2 would be... Shit. Why is it so hard, dog? Number 2 would probably be... I don't know who number 2 would be, but number 1 would be Homer. Homer Simpson is Homer Simpson's the greatest cartoon character ever created to me.
Homer's that.
My 3 real
Number
quick.
2 would be Bo Jackson when they had the Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky
snap.
my 3 real quick. 1 would be, well not 1, but in the order, would be Jessica Rabbit because she's eye candy.
Right.
Eye candy.
Yeah, eye candy.
It would be
That's a good one.
Yeah, I would have Bam Bam from the Flintstones as my security because he was a little young boy and they doubted him, but he would kick an ass.
Yeah, he would throw shit
And
up.
then the one dude that I would have run all of, you know, like the main person running my business would be freaking Wile E. Coyote. Because no matter what obstacles he went through, he was persistent. He always, like, he kept going. Yeah. And that would be my 3. The reason I asked that question, I don't know why. But shit, it was hard. It was hard.
So real quick, let's get to the Facebook wants to know. I only have about 2 or 3 or maybe 4 of them. Just real quick on Ron Hodges wants to know, what's your writing process like?
It usually starts with the beat. I know a lot of people that sometimes I'll just write randomly, but it usually takes me hearing a track that like, yo, this is crazy, and that inspires me, it gets me excited, and then I'll start. My hands are messed up. I don't know if it's carpal tunnel or what, but I really can't even like hold a pen that well anymore. I think I ruined it, so it's on my phone usually. And I usually put my headphones on, plug it into the phone or the iPod, whatever have you, and I listen to the tracks, and that inspires me to go. I'm very musical with it. It's
absolute bullshit.
It's true though.
I've been in the studio with you a million times. Your first thing before any of that shit is you spark an L.
I mean, sometimes look, not like yo, I'm getting old, man. Like I can't hang like that. I might hit a little L, but definitely the beats first, then the rhyme comes, and then yeah.
So Black D Prime wants to know, when are you gonna release your R&B project?
You know, man, I've been toying around with it. If I could get the proper sound and the proper mics so that I don't sound too horrible, I might do it, man, because I do enjoy singing, and I definitely feel like sometimes rap can be a little, you know, you get confined to, you have to have a certain structure with it, whereas singing, you can mess with it, but I wouldn't want to disrespect the actual singers out there that are really good at it. I feel like that, but maybe something for just my own ears, just to I played around with singing on different tracks, and I always, like, it's I don't think a whole album could be
right.
Yeah.
So Nico the Beast wants to know,
what up, Nico?
What advice would you give to up-and-coming artists as far as what pitfalls to beware of? What pitfalls to be clear? Watch yourself.
I mean, honestly, don't the voices, man, the outside people that'll try to say this is what you need to do, and your gut's telling you to go against it. That's the stuff that when I was younger that I wish I could go back and do over again, because I had a lot of people, different people coming in and out of my life that they didn't mean no harm, I don't think, but you know, they wanted to guide me, and I was so defiant in that, and sometimes they were right and sometimes they were wrong, but at the end of the day, not listening to your own gut and your own beliefs and not following what you think is the right way to go, that's the biggest pitfall.
Jules, y'all, listen,
man. Like, listen to your, you know, not to sound corny, but listen to your heart, man. Listen to your gut. If it don't feel right, if it's not something that you think that is going to be beneficial to you, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the biggest pitfall I would say, is just listening to other people, let other people dictate your shit. You got to be in complete control, artistically, financially, all that shit. Don't let nobody else run the shop. You need to be able to press the button on everything, you know? And it's more true than that today than it's ever been. You got to be the artist, the CEO, the fucking public relations, all that shit, you know? True. And like, you just never listen to anybody else, man.
Pharaoh Seeker wants to know, is your beard the real reason behind global warming? I like that one.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, shout out my man Pharaoh Seeker. You know, my man Anonymous. Yeah, I've been growing this thing for a while, man. It's funny because, like, I thought by now it'd be like, boom, but it's like, it took a long time to even get it to this.
Right.
And the last time I shaved, I looked like a little, like, chubby gay boy. So I ain't, no shaving for me. This is just gonna ride this out and see what happens with it. So.
All right, I got two more, man. The homeboy Randy Green wants to know,
what up?
Your favorite Philly sports guy and the one Philly sports guy you want to punch in the fucking face.
Wow, that's a good one.
Okay. Real good one. Shout out Randy for that one.
Yeah, shout out. I would say favorite from what the era I grew up in, and like, you know, just how much I feel like he was the prototype for what NFL quarterbacks are now. Randall Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? That was my
boy, number 12.
I mean, I still sometimes just watch highlights of him. You know what I'm saying? As far as punching the face, I guess. Does it have to be a Philly sports player?
Yeah, well, yeah, past or present, a Philly sports player. I guess that's, I think that's the way the question was.
I never really hated anybody. Maybe Bynum, just because he came and took our money and was just like the wackest boy and like, you know, sat on the sideline with a Jerry curl. I mean,
whatever that was.
Lay
down.
But as far as Philly sports, if we say in Philly sports in general, Howard fucking Eskin. If I ever see that motherfucker on the street, I will rock that old. Like, he's just the most fucking shit talking piece of shit. Fuck you. Yeah, Howard Eskin.
Oh man, that's funny. I actually met Howard, man, once, but yeah.
Was he a dick or was he?
No, he was nice, man. I was on some Joe shit. I was drunk at the Sixers game. I asked him for a flick, and the camera wouldn't work for 5 minutes. He stood there the whole time, held the pose. My man gave it up, so I appreciated that, man. But one more last joint from the good homie Gary Carter.
Word.
He wants to know what's your favorite bedtime story, Reef.
What up, Gary? You dickhead.
Shout out to Gary.
It's his birthday too, I think it was yesterday.
I think it was yesterday, yeah. Happy G-Day, man.
You know, probably Goodnight Moon, just because I read that to my boy, and you know, it's a very simple book. It's just saying goodnight to every, you know, goodnight moon, goodnight. You know, I love that, the simplicity of it, and it's something that he gets, and we connect on that because a lot of other stuff goes over his head. So definitely Goodnight Moon.
Word, man.
And I got one. Shout out to Gerald Martin again. She, you know, like I said, she's out there listening. Been listening since, you know, the beginning and been promoting all week.
Thank you.
But she had a question back when we were talking about the battle rap thing, and her question was, do you see any opportunities, you know, that could arise from just the whole battle rap, you know, thing?
I think if you don't stay too long, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of guys that I feel like if they would have bounced like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like right now, you're gonna like, are you checking for a Murder Mook album? You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have, you know, guys like that. And I don't disrespect the Mook. Don't come for me, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you happen to hear this, but I feel like guys like that are like, you know, dope as shit. If they don't turn it into something else outside of that quickly, they can get swallowed up in it. So there's definitely opportunities. I mean, I think one of the boys is Conceited. He's on Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon. You know, there's different opportunities. You know, I hear a lot. Some of those guys are ghostwriting now. You know, they got the Puffies and the Busters coming to their battles and shit like that. But speak your piece, get your money, kill these niggas, and get out. Get out ASAP. Like, don't be the guy that's battling every, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that boy Disaster, I think when he wants to be, he's nice. Cassidy destroyed him. But I think Disaster is somebody that a couple years ago I might have checked for record. Now he's a battle dude to me. Like, don't get caught up in that shit. That was something that was happening to me when I was coming up. I started feeling like this is not going to be good if I keep doing this shit over and over again. I made my point. Let me focus on the music.
Word. And what brings to mind too is the good homie Voss, who also been on the show twice. He went through the whole 106 and Park joint. He won. And when he came to the show, I was thinking like, yo, you ready to go hard on this battle shit? Are you doing it? He was like, Kane, I'm done with it. I don't want to get stuck in that box. And he decided to keep moving. So it just brought that thought up.
Absolutely. And he has a lot of, I see a lot of people tell him, you know, you need to, you know, go back to the battling because they don't, it's like I said, if you are only known for one thing, it's hard for people to listen to you in other arenas. So I'm hoping for that kid because he's a good dude. That's, you know, it'll take a year or two for him to be out of it before people start, you know, bringing it up.
Word, no doubt. Well, yo, again, episode 94, Reef, second time. It's such a blessing to have
you guys are awesome.
A man as yourself, man. Not only an MC, but a man as yourself to come through and join me and my brothers, man. We appreciate it. Again, man, check out Reef shout all your pages out. Shout out
you
your,
can follow me on the gram. I'm on the gram.
On the gram.
At Lost Cauze on the Instagram, on the
Cauze
Twitter.
With a Z.
Cauze with a Z. Bandcamp, ReefTheLostCauze.bandcamp.com. SoundCloud.com, Reef Radio. Facebook, Reef The Lost Cauze. You know, I'm all over. Just, you know, type my name in. Shit'll pop up.
Check for the boy.
Yeah, check for me. And I appreciate you guys so much, man. 94 is incredible. Like, you know, me and Caliph are doing the Reef Radio thing, man. We got up to like 9 episodes and fell off. We're trying to get our shit back together, but for y'all to be almost at 100 episodes, dog, that's dedication.
But man,
yo, that's awesome, dude. Like, I love the, you know, the new spot. Shout out to YadiBox. Like, I'm proud of y'all. Keep doing it. I love what y'all doing. And thank you for having me. Anytime you want me, I'm gonna come through.
Appreciate that love.
For sure.
Always,
for
man.
sure.
Definitely
for sure.
Up, man.
Yeah.
One more thing before you take off the headphones.
What's up?
I cannot let you leave.
Yeah.
Without some bars. We went a little overtime with the interview, so you're going to have to bless it.
Ain't gotta be 100 like we would.
Ain't gonna be 100. The last one was classic.
Speedy always finds a way to get a few bars out of these brothers and move better, man. Yeah. So again, man, TakeOverAt10, YadiBox.com. Let's go. Reef.
Yeah. Woo. Fide. Yeah. TakeOverAt10. Yeah, tell them niggas raise the banners up. I carry cannons the size of Tyrion Lannister. Amateur, higher popular son is a faggot. Planting my seed in your girl, now she the mother of dragons. Yeah, clowns to the left, jokers to the right and left for bad for dead rappers. Strangle with broke mics, take it back to that MOP. Cold as ice, if you beat everyone already, who were you supposed to fight? Challenges explode like the NASA rocket, cause they ain't know the motherfucking time. Like bad watches, I drop mad projects, they all ill. I tell my brothers come for you, they all will. Who did y'all rob? Who did y'all kill? Silence like a fucking mime in vaudeville. I put your pride through a sawmill. Y'all don't deserve the remains of a dog's meal, so dog chill. I speak in a tongue called elephant. My brain is a device not fully developed yet. What you hearing is the prototype. Before you wager against me, ask if you can afford your life. Don't be afraid, child. Please come and look. The journal that holds my rhymes is called the Jungle Book. Shit, corn, wheat, white, beard, bronze. I used to be afraid of my power, the fear's gone. So now all of those who were dead challenged left screaming in the back as I tear in the bear's ballads. You go to lunch meetings and eat pear salads. I won't change my hate, yeah, cause they're valid. I have a rare palette, weight unparalleled. The weight of the world on my shoulder, but I wear it well. The secrets to success, what is there to tell? If you don't prepare to fail, then you must prepare to fail. I'm spitting streets, the tongue be my hammer. The question of who the illest, this be the answer. I stumble, never fumble. Anybody that wanna rumble will get stung. Yeah, fuck that son, I'm up at the YadiBox. These rappers are spitting poppycock. You probably shot if you come around here. Yeah, you can't fuck with me. Me and Big O coming with the fuckery. And my man Kane and Feedy, niggas know I come through. They can't stop me, they can't see me like Stevie or Ray Charles. Yeah, I spray off. That's word is born, the bull cause. Shout out to 30 and over, niggas is over. I stay drunk, never sober, always high, ass shit as the Space Needle. Yo, fuck you faggots, this, and I ain't talking about gay people.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. Yo, thank you for the bars, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, once again, Reef The Lost Cauze.
Reef The Lost
The
Cauze.
TakeOverAt10, YadiBox.com, man. It's always an honor to have such an amazing artist and as well as a great person overall to join us. To our listeners, man.